Hi friends, I'm your host, Julia, and I am going to break down critical reasoning questions on the GMAT. They make up about half of the verbal section and some of data insights, so understanding these little guys is a key component of your testing success. I'll teach you what you need to know to tackle them with confidence and precision. To start, let's review what CR problems are all about. Each question presents a brief argument, proposal, conversation, or scenario. The passage is followed by a question stem and 5 answer choices. Your job is to evaluate the argument based on the question stem. Here are some of the most common types of questions. Strengthen. Identify the answer choice that makes the argument stronger. Weaken. Identify the answer choice that weakens the conclusion. Find the assumption. Find an unstated belief of the author that their conclusion relies on. Evaluate the argument. Highlight information that would help you judge the argument's validity or assess if a proposed plan would work. Resolve the paradox. Find the piece of information that makes two seemingly contradictory statements simultaneously possible. And inference. Draw a logical conclusion that must be true given what the passage states. Finally, method of reasoning, or bold-faced method of reasoning. Articulate the roles of specific parts of the argument. Each question type has its own nuances and goals, so recognizing them quickly is very important to your success. When tackling a critical reasoning question, the first step is to break down the argument into its components. Here's how. Identify the conclusion. What is the author trying to convince you of? It's frequently signaled by words like hence, therefore, thus, or even however. Find the supporting evidence. Look for reasons, facts, or background info that supports their conclusion. And finally, notice what isn't said. Consider missing or unstated assumptions that the argument relies on. Learning to identify the components of an argument and understand its structure will prepare you to evaluate it critically. CR questions are full of trap answers that are expertly designed to confuse you. Using the process of elimination can help narrow down your options. Eliminate choices that are irrelevant or outside the scope of the argument. Watch out for extreme language, such as all, always, none, or never. Be particularly cautious of any answer that seems to explain or discredit a given premise without offering anything to address the question stem itself. In critical reasoning, premises and background info given by the argument are always taken as true, so they don't need to be further supported and they can't be invalidated. These questions require logic, but they also require patience and careful reading, so don't rush through them. Read the question and make sure you're answering what it's asking. Stay focused. Make notes in your booklet or on your whiteboard about key components to keep track of the conclusion and evidence. Misreading and misremembering are very common sources of mistakes. So actively read and make sure you understand the argument before moving along to the answers. Improving your critical reasoning performance requires consistent practice and introspective review. After each mock or practice test set, analyze every question, see why you missed what you missed, and make sure that the ones you got correct through skill and not just luck. Ask yourself, did I misinterpret the argument? Did I mislabel the conclusion or the support? Was I distracted by a trap answer? Keeping an error log can reveal recurring patterns so that you can focus on overcoming them in future study sessions. To excel in CR, strengthen your logical thinking even outside of GMAT prep. Reading editorials or opinion pieces and identifying the conclusions and supporting evidence is great practice. Depending on your friend group, You could also debate with them or analyze arguments in everyday conversations. The more you practice logical thinking in general, the more natural it will be for you on the GMAT. Remember, mastering critical reasoning is about strategy and persistence. Knowing what to expect from questions, what argument components to look for, how to navigate common trap answers, and how to cultivate your logical skills will all help you on your way to mastery. Good luck with your studies, and I will see you in the next video.